Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Dr. Nasir Shaikh Show. I'm your guest host. My name is Dr. Nasir, and what we have on tap for you today is a video clip from Senator Josh Hawley questioning Attorney General Merrick Garland on why it utilized extreme force in sending 30 to 40 SWAT members, FBI agents, to terrorize and attack a Catholic family in the wee hours of the morning in their home. And we're going to get to that clip in just the next few seconds. But before we do so, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, like, share, and follow us. Let us know what you thought in our comments below. Let's get to that video clip right now.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Attorney General Garland, let me just ask you, does your department have a problem with anti-Catholic bias?
Our department protects all religions and all ideologies. It does not have any bias against any religion of any kind.
Well, you could have surprised me, because given the resources that you are expending and the apparently intelligence assets that you are deploying against Catholics, it appears, and other people of faith, while simultaneously turning a blind eye while people are executed gang style in the streets of our cities, including in my home state, your answer frankly surprises me. Let's talk about the Mark Houck case, for example. You've been asked about this already today, and frankly, your answers really astound me. This is a case where a Catholic pro-life demonstrator, father, was accused of disorderly conduct in front of an abortion center. The local prosecutor, the Philadelphia district attorney, who is a Democrat, a liberal, very progressive, declined to prosecute. There was a private suit that got dismissed. And then after all of that, your Justice Department sent between 20 and 30 armed agents in the early morning hours to the Houck's private residence to arrest this guy after he had offered to turn himself in voluntarily. Here's the photo. Once again, you can see the long guns, you can see the ballistic shields, you can see that they're wearing bulletproof vests. Why did the Justice Department do this? Why did you send 20 to 30 SWAT-style agents and a SWAT-style team to this guy's house when everybody else had declined to prosecute and he'd offered to turn himself in?
I would like one time to basically say, damn it! We want to know. Answer the question, damn it. Why did you do it? That's what I would like to hear somebody say. Can't they just use that word a few times? Get it out there?
Determinations of how to make arrests under arrest warrants are made based by the tactical operators in the district. They are not.
But you surely looked into it by this point, right? You know the answer, surely.
All I know is what the FBI has said, which is that they made decisions on the ground as to what was safest and easiest.
So
they do not agree with your description of what happened on the scene.
You don't agree with my description. I'm pointing out what the photo is. There are agents here who have long guns and ballistic shields. Let's take a look at the hardened criminals that your Justice Department sent these armed agents to go terrorize on that morning. Here they are. Here they are at Mass.
This is the family, folks. He's got 7 young children. 7 young children. And the DOJ weaponizing, politicizing their instrument of force, their instrument of violence, violated this man's rights by attacking him and his family in the wee hours of the morning and terrorizing them. State-sponsored use of terror by the DOJ and the FBI. No different than the black shirts, the brown shirts, the Gestapo of Adolf Hitler. Absolutely no freaking difference, folks. None.
Here's the 7 children with Mr. Houck and his wife. In this early morning, they were all at home. Mrs. Houck has said repeatedly the children were screaming. They feared for their lives. You got these agents demanding that he come out. They've got the guns, she said, pointing at the house and at them. He has offered to turn himself in. And this is who you go to terrorize. What's really interesting to me is this seems to directly contradict your own memorandum about the use of force at the Justice Department. You say officers may use only the force that is objectively reasonable to effectively control an incident. Are you telling me that in your opinion as Attorney General, it was objectively necessary to use 20 or 30 SWAT-style agents with long guns and ballistic shields for these people?
What I'm saying is that decisions about how to go about this were made on the ground by FBI agents.
So you're saying you don't know?
I'm saying what I just said.
Which is that you're abdicating responsibility?
I'm not abdicating
Then
responsibility.
give me the answer. Do you think, in your opinion, you are the Attorney General of the United States?
Damn
you are in
straight.
charge of the Justice Department. And yes, sir, you are responsible. So give me an answer.
The FBI does not agree with your description.
I'm not asking about the FBI. You are the Attorney General. Give me your answer. Do you think that it was objectively reasonable and they followed your guidelines in sending 20 to 30 armed agents to terrorize these people? Yes or no?
The facts I have, which are those presented by the FBI, are not consistent with your description.
So you think it was reasonable?
I'm saying the facts are not as you describe.
What, that the children weren't there? That there weren't long guns there?
What do you think was going on there, you stupid, idiotic, moronic retard? You are part of Simmer yourself, attorney, the idiot. I'm too damn old, Merrick Garland is stuttering and fluttering and bluttering and guttering your sentences. You can't even understand what you're basically saying. You're always you're basically trying to say that the facts on the ground are different than what were being described by the FBI agents who terrorized and attacked a Catholic home in the wee hours of the morning. Did those kids have guns? Is that what you're basically saying? Were they in any way, shape, or form? Were they intimidating the FBI agents? Ooh, a 5, 6, 7-year-old, or they're so fearful, they're so strong. And the FBI agents, they were afraid of these 5 and 6, 7-year-olds, right? They were afraid of being home, in a Catholic home. They were just terrorized. They had to go in with shields and with bulletproof vests and long guns. You make me sick, Garland. You make me sick.
That there weren't agents? What do you dispute? What's the factual premise you dispute? Be
FBI
specific.
said they don't agree with your description of
Be specific. They don't agree with what?
of how many agents, of the agents who were there, and of what their roles were. They don't agree.
Do you know the
That's all I can
jury
say.
in this case acquitted Mr. Houck? I'm sure you're aware. Do you know how long it took him?
I am aware, and we respect the decision of the jury.
Do you know how long it took him?
I don't know.
1 hour. 1 hour. Philadelphia District Attorney declines to prosecute. The private suit's dismissed. You use an unbelievable show of force with guns that I just note liberals usually decry. We're supposed to hate long guns and assault-style weapons. You're happy to deploy them against Catholics and innocent children. Happy
Yes.
to.
Yes.
And then you haul him into court and a jury acquits him in 1 hour. I just suggest to you that that is a disgraceful performance by your Justice Department and a disgraceful use of resources.
Go.
I notice a pattern, though. The FBI field office in Richmond, on the 23rd of January of this year, issued a memorandum in which they advocated for, and I quote, the exploration of new avenues for tripwire and source development against traditionalist Catholics, it's their language, including those who favor the Latin Mass.
Unbelievable.
Attorney General, are you cultivating sources and spies in Latin Mass parishes and other Catholic parishes around the country?
No, the Justice Department does not do that. It does not do investigations based on religion. I saw the document you have.
What'd you do about it?
It's appalling. It's appalling.
Appalling.
I'm in complete agreement with you. I understand that the FBI has withdrawn it, and it's now looking into how this could ever have happened.
How did it happen?
That's what they're looking into. But I'm totally in agreement with you. That document is appalling.
I'll tell you how it happened.
Yep.
This memorandum, which is supposed to be intelligent, cites extensively the Southern Poverty Law Center, which goes on to identify
Those racist bastards, the Southern Poverty Law Center, those bastards that are absolutely freaking racist. That's who he's basically citing right now. That's a memorandum that was used to basically say, let's cultivate some undercover people to go into Catholic masses and Catholic dioceses and into the Catholic churches, and let's spy on Catholics. Let's spy on what they're reading in the Bible. Let's spy on what the translation is happening from Latin Mass. And they're reading the gospel in Latin. We need somebody to translate it. Who knows? These guys could be terrorists.
Identify all of these different Catholics as being part of hate groups. Is this how the FBI, under your direction and leadership, is this how they do their intelligence work? They look at left-wing advocacy groups.
Yes, they
to
do.
Target Catholics? Is this what's going on? I mean, clearly it is. How is this happening?
The FBI is not targeting Catholics.
Bullshit.
And as I've said, this is an inappropriate memorandum, and it doesn't reflect the methods that the FBI is supposed to be using. It should not be relying on any single organization without doing its own work.
Let me just ask you, as my time expires here, a very direct question. How many informants do you have in Catholic churches across America?
I don't know, and I don't believe we have any informants in
right.
Catholic churches. We have a rule against investigations based on First Amendment activity, and Catholic churches are obviously First Amendment activity.
Well,
but I don't know the specific answer to your question.
You don't know the specifics of anything, it seems, but apparently on your watch, this Justice Department is targeting Catholics, targeting people of faith, specifically for their faith views. And Mr. Attorney General, I'll just say to you, it's a
Look at this face here. Look at this face here. Absolutely. That's exactly the same face that I have. That's exactly the same face that every one of us should have inside here, talking to this absolute POS, Attorney General of the United States of America, Merrick Garland, this socialist, fascist, Marxist, utilizing, weaponizing, politicizing with extreme force and prejudice against the citizens of the United States of America, especially those of a religious persuasion. And he's not even answering the question as to how, the blatant question, how many spies, undercover agents do you have within the Catholic diocese, within the Catholic parishes? This should absolutely be, mind-blowing to us, to everybody. And we should just be absolutely, appalled. And he said, I really don't know. I couldn't answer that question. In other words, there are folks. This guy's lying. Like he said, he doesn't know. He knows everything. He just wants to, cover it up, cover his own ass, basically. That's what he's doing. It's amazing. But like you said, nothing happens to anybody with BLM, Black Lives Matter protests. Oh, let them do whatever they want. Billions of dollars of damages, burning down buildings, looting stores, robbing banks, taking, ATM machines and, just doing all kinds of stuff. That's perfectly fine. Relying on that racist, bigoted, hate group, the Southern Poverty Law Center, those retards down there, and utilizing their work to basically go after just peaceful, loving American citizens, average, everyday folks. Unbelievable, folks. Absolutely unbelievable. Atrocious, disgusting, disgraceful, shameful. Anyways, we appreciate you taking the time to watch. You've been watching the Dr. Nasir Shaikh Show. I've been your guest host. My name is Dr. Nasir. If you haven't done so already, we'd really appreciate subscribing to our channel. Hit that notification bell, like, share, and follow us. Comment below. Let me know what you think. Are you on the side of fascism and Attorney General Merrick, I'm Adolf Hitler Garland? Or are you on the side of religious liberty and freedom? I'll leave you with my final thought, folks, and that is, when you're right, you're right, and we are so damn right on this. And when you're left, that idiot POS Merrick Garland, he is so wrong. We'll see you next time, folks. Take care and stay safe.